Namaste to all. In this short audio, we will again see some question answers from the website vedmandir.com. The answers have been given by my Acharya, Swami Ram Swarupji Yogacharya, and the questions have been asked by common public. Even today, if you can go to the website, you can see so many question answers in the website, which will be very useful for you to understand the Vedic culture and Vedic philosophy. The first question is, how can you say that Garuda Puran is against the Vedas? It is told by Lord Vishnu, the ruler of the world. My Acharya answers, from Dhatu, Vishlari, Vishnu word is made, and the meaning of Vishnu is omnipresent, and this quality pertains to the Almighty God, who is formless. God only gives the knowledge of 4 Vedas once at the time of beginning of this universe, and no other Granth is emanating from Almighty God. Next question. In the context of my earlier mail to you regarding a death in the family, we are very sad and not at peace. My Acharya answers, Atharva Veda mantra 8 by 1 by 8 states that one should never weep for those who have gone to heavenly abode. So please maintain peace. However, you can do daily Havan with Gayatri mantra, which will also be beneficial to the whole family. I have written a book on Yajna explaining the meaning of Ved mantra in Hindi and the method to perform Yajna. The book can be ordered from vedmandir.com website if you want. Also, for your information, in my channel, in the playlist under the tab Homa Yajna Havan, you can see the procedure to do everyday Agnihotra with Gayatri mantra in Hindi, in English as well as in Tamil. Also, the meaning of Gayatri mantra is there in the same tab. Next question, how to use Gayatri mantra? How to use puja or mala for Gayatri mantra? My Acharya answers, the best use of Gayatri mantra is to chant it along with its meaning in the mind and not by tongue. Secondly, Havan must be performed daily with Gayatri mantra along with its meaning. Thirdly, Bahayantar and Abhayantar pranayam must be done along with the chanting of Gayatri mantra in the heart accompanied with its meaning. Such pranayams are learnt personally from an experienced yoga teacher. Next question, what happens to yogis after they left this world? They merge in God or they keep himself with God? My Acharya answers, yogi means jivatma or soul. Soul never merges with God, but this soul gets salvation and enjoy the merriment of realization of Almighty God and even enjoys whatever soul is desirous of. If he merges in God, then how can he realize the merriment? Next question, how did you become the messenger of Almighty God? My Acharya answers, nobody is messenger of Almighty God. God is Almighty. He does not need any assistance. What a beautiful reply. Next question, in choosing a fabric, is there any specific color that you should stay away from and why? My Acharya replies, I think red and black color are mostly avoided. Red is for sannyasi, which is a sign of fire, that always sannyasi think that this body is to be burnt in fire one day. Black color absorbs all 7 colors, which is a significance of greed and selfishness, and night also is dark. And we mostly say that the person who is not wise is full of darkness. But overall, we can wear any color because it is not prohibited in Vedas. Next question, why did I receive the knowledge without a guru? My Acharya answers, if you would have been in dense jungle since first day of your birth, provided with every facility of food, medical, etc., under care of one man with the instructions to him not to talk with you till 50 years of age, then could you be able to know Hindi, English or any language or any knowledge about anything, please? So whatever you have gained, it is with the blessing of your parents and surroundings, and whatever you have gained about spiritualism, as you say, it is to be audited by a spiritual guru, being eternal law which can't be changed, please. And if you need not the same audit and think that without guru you have attained the salvation, then you must be pleased every time without any worry, sorrows, problems, fear and worldly articles, etc. Next question, there is a prohibition of interest in the Quran, verse 3 by 130, 4 by 161, 30 by 39, 2 by 275, 2 by 276, 2 by 278. Is there a prohibition of interest in Vedas in Rig Veda 3 by 35 by 14? My Acharya answers, yes, taking of interest on money is prohibited in the Quran. However, Vedas as well as Manusmriti talks to take reasonable interest as per business requirement to live upon. Please quote the correct number of Rigveda as the mantra number quoted by you, that is Rigveda 3/35/14 does not exist. So to take the interest on money is the profession of a businessman, which is Vaishya. Manusmriti Sloka 1/90 also refers. This liberty of taking interest is not applicable for others, that is Brahmin, Kshatriya, Shudra, etc. The next question, sometime while sleeping I get up, suddenly start thinking where I am and see my husband and daughter strangely. Please let me know why this happens with me. My Acharya replies, suddenly waking up implies that you are not getting sound sleep. So with a disturbed mind you see your husband and daughter strangely. You must do some asanas, pranayam and meditation daily, and you should even do daily havan with Gayatri mantra both the times in addition, please. Also study Vedic books daily. Study of even one page will do. The said pious deeds will finish your problem one day and give you peace of mind. Next question, what is the old name of Mahabharata? The first name of Mahabharata was Jaya. Next question, Swamiji, what is Brahma Bhoj? My Acharya answers, Atharveda mantra 8/2/1 and other mantras also states that when holy yajna is performed by reciting Ved mantras, then the food made in the house is called Yajashesha Amritam. This is actually Brahma Bhoj, in which one can also invite a learned philosopher of Vedas to take the food. So one should do daily yajna and then must take the food. Next question, what is Sanatan? The word Sanatan means eternal, my Acharya answers. Rigveda mantra 1/62/8 states, Sanat Divam Bhuma, that is Sanatan light of sun is received on the earth. The idea of the mantra is that the sunlight is generated or created from Sanatan, that is eternal matter, and then is received on the earth. There are two Sanatans, that is two eternal reasons of creation. One is Almighty God who is alive, and the second is non-alive matter, Prakriti. The meaning of Sanatan is eternal, that is the matter which is not made from any other matter. That is, it has no date of birth or creation. It is eternal and everlasting. Next question, does God really exist? My Acharya answers, that is why you have put a question for him, please. Nobody claims that he has made the universe, and without creator, creation is impossible. If somebody has given to other person all material like cement, iron, bricks, etc., then without Mistri, Mazdoor or the labor, the building cannot be made. What a beautiful reply. Next question, which Veda has to be studied first and how to worship Almighty God? My Acharya answers, it is better if somebody starts study of Yajurveda first, in which mostly the knowledge of pious deeds is given. Then Samaveda, then Rigveda, and then Atharvaveda. The names of Almighty God are several, but mostly Rishis and Munis gives the name Om to do the job. But in this way, an alive Guru is required who knows the Vedas and Ashtanga Yoga philosophy. Worship is done by Yajna, name jap of Almighty God, and practicing Yoga philosophy in family life. Next question, Atharveda mantra 2/1/1 says Almighty God lives in the cave of the heart but actually exists everywhere. So why the above mantra says he lives in the cave of the biological heart? Can you please clarify? My Acharya answers, Atharveda mantra rightly says. So please, actually the idea of the mantra is that divine pleasure of Almighty God is always realized in the heart of the human being, though God is omnipresent, that is, God is everywhere. Next question. Recently I read an article that mentioned that there are 4 yugas. In the first yuga, the height of the man was 24 feet. Then in the second yuga, it was 18 feet. In the third yuga, it was 12 feet. And now in Kali Yuga, it is 6 feet. Can you please tell me the Vedic information? It is right or wrong? My Acharya answers, this is all false, as there is no mention of about the same in the Vedas. In Treta, there is a description of multi-storied building in Valmiki Ramayana. So if we consider 18 feet, then at least one room will be considered minimum height of 21 feet. Then 5 stories will be 105 feet. And then there will be also problems of stairs, etc. to reach on the stories. So this is false information. Next question, I want to marry a man who is younger to me by 6 months. Is it immoral and sinful as per Hindu Shastra and Vedas? I also heard that Lord Ram is younger than Sita Devi. Is it true? My Acharya answers, according to Vedas, the boy must be older than the bride. Due to lack of knowledge of Vedas, the whole world is not aware of the fact. So, keeping aside the old or young ages, the marriages are being performed. Sri Ram was not younger to Mata Sita as per Valmiki Ramayana. Next question, what is Linga Sharira and Sankoch Sharira? My Acharya answers, there are three kinds of Sharira, Suksham, Sthul and Karan. Yoga Shastra 2/19 tells about Linga Avastha. From Prakriti, when the whole universe is created, then the first creation is called Mehat. This is called as Linga Avastha and Prakriti is called Alinga Avastha. 5 Pran, 5 Gyan Indriyan, 5 Sukshma Bhut, Man and Buddhi are the 17 Tattva, that is Sukshma Sharira. These 17 Tattva are called 17 Linga. Linga, Suksham and Sthul both are connected with Anahat Chakra. Last question for today. Adi Shankaracharya is a proponent of monotheism Advaitavad. How come a person of Adi Shankara's eminence lost sight of Vedic Traitvad, which is the vital concept of eternal three elements of creation, Brahma Tattva, Atma Tattva and Prakriti Tattva? My Acharya answers, a deep study of history reveals that Adi Guru Shankaracharya ji was 100% follower of Vedas and not of present Advaitavad. He did Shastrarth, that means arguments, with those who were against the Vedas and won. He spread the knowledge of Vedas. After his heavenly abode, the problem arose about the present Advaitavad. And you are very much correct that there is a need to change the present mindset about the Vedanta, and it can only be done through Shastrat, that is through peaceful and loving talk. I hope you enjoyed the answers given by my Acharya, and it was very useful to understand some very important doubts and clarification of the same. I will again come back with another question answer audio video, and all the question answers videos are stored in my YouTube channel under the playlist question and answer by my Acharya. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.